Welcome back, Super Friends and Super Family. I'm Nick, and today I'm reacting to Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 7, Episode 6. So the last episode of Buffy, we got more of a focus on Dawn. Just her kind of realizing some of the dangers of adulthood, as well as going down that path that Buffy has gone down, falling for a vampire, even though it wasn't really falling in love the way that Buffy fell in love with Angel, thankfully. But yeah, I just thought that was an interesting exploration. I enjoyed that episode. Obviously, the last episode I watched following the Slay Alive watch order was an episode of Angel. That was a very interesting, kind of different, dark, serious Angel episode, but I won't talk about it too much here. For this episode of Buffy, I have read several comments of people saying that they're excited for me to react to this particular episode, so I am expecting it to be a good episode, but I don't know what's going to happen plot-wise. I mean, are we going to meet the big bad this season? Is something serious going to happen? Is Buffy going to have a final confrontation with the Three Stooges? Are the Three Stooges the big bad of this season? I mean, that would be a crazy reveal. My biggest theory actually has something to do with Willow, because I feel like that's something we've been building up slowly, and that has me worried, but also very, very excited, because seeing a darker side of Willow and, you know, a tragic mistake from her character could just be very compelling television. But who knows? We will see. As always, if you want to watch along the full unedited reaction, that is up on my Patreon. That's the best way to support the channel. That's also where you can watch future episodes of both Buffy and Angel. Let's just get right into it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 7, Episode 6. What is this intro? Joss Whedon, are you sure? Is it Joss Whedon on drugs? What the heck is this intro? The format is so different, right? Of the screen? I mean, well, look, this is, I don't know if this is a dream sequence or just a stylistic opening, but this is very different. This better not be Willow, like, changing reality. I mean, another day at work, wedding preparations. Doodling? Buffy, what are you doodling? Oh, Giles, okay, we'll get back to work. Original songs, music, and lyrics by Joss Whedon.
Every single night, the same arrangement. I go out and fight the fight.
Buffy singing? Buffy in a Disney movie?
Going through the motion seems to penetrate my heart.
Sing for Angel, I want to see Angel singing.
Crawl out of your grave, you find this thing.
She ain't got that swing.
Even the vampires sing.
Lately we can tell, going through the motion. Half the girl she...
This is insane. This is insane.
How can I repay?
Whatever. Going through the motion.
Who came up with this idea? This is insane.
This is really me. Just wanna be.
Tell me they made this like a stage musical or something.
Get off to school alright?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Was that a spell you did, Willow?
Nothing going on? Monsters or whatnot?
What about the singing?
So, did anybody burst into song?
Oh, so that actually is happening.
No, it's just us.
Oh, sorry.
It was bizarre.
Seeing the synchronized dancing from the...
Everything rhymed and there were harmonies and the dance with coconuts.
What did you sing about?
Nothing.
I don't remember.
That's a lie.
Do we have any books on this?
Gotta break it down. Look at the factors before it happens again.
It's the curse of Disney or something.
That it's a demon. A demon. No, something isn't right.
A theory.
Theory, we should work this out.
Are they aware they're singing now? They must be.
Getting eerie, what's this cheery singing all about?
Okay, they are. They are.
It could be
I think Anya likes it.
witches, which is ridiculous because witches, they were persecuted. Power and I'll be over here.
It could be witches.
I've got it.
Like brutal. Okay, okay. Yes, here we go. Anya's the best. The winner. Oh, don't even give me that look. Round of applause.
Could get serious before it's past.
Don't go too quickly on this. I'm enjoying this spell.
Can't we face apocalypse?
Been there.
We've all been there.
Yep.
What can't we do? Get in it.
I don't know if that's good that Buffy's positive or if she's losing interest in her job.
Do or die. I've died twice.
Not many heroes could say that.
Nothing we can face.
Anya's stealing the show. She is stealing the show. More Anya solos.
What's causing it?
I thought it didn't matter.
I want to see Spike.
Is it just us? That would probably mean a spell.
It's happening to everyone, isn't it?
They got the
Imagine
mustard.
Snyder singing. Oh, oh, oh. R.I.P. You will be missed. It's like West Side Story out there.
It's not just us.
Spike, show Spike, come on.
You'll never believe what happened.
Everybody started singing and dancing.
Gave birth to a pterodactyl.
God, did it sing?
So what'd you sing about?
Math.
No.
There's just a few volumes back at the house. Might be relevant.
What is that?
From investigating bunnies at the moment, so I'm open to anything.
Great, well, I'll check it out.
Don, what are you doing? Didn't you learn anything?
The whole thing wide open. Do we have any books at all if I'm this? The sun is shining.
Well, they just want to enjoy the musical world.
Guys are checking you out. The hotness of you, Doofus. Boys really thought I was hot? I want the boys.
Know exactly what they see in me. You.
Now I'm bathed in light.
And in love.
Under your spell. How else could it be?
Well, Willow, you gotta take good care of Tara. Don't wipe her memory.
Set me free. Brought me out so easily.
I swear, where is this park in Sunnydale, though? Have we ever seen this before? It looks amazing.
Charms in the air.
Oh, dang, dang, okay.
I'm under your spell. You worked your charms.
We got some background dancers. That was a cool transition, right?
I break with every sweat. Spread beneath my willow tree.
A willow tree. I like that. Oh, dang, dang.
You make me cold, make me.
I bet they're not even working.
Oh, what a cut. What a cut.
I bet they're...
I do know about this stuff. It's all kind of romantic.
No, it's not.
What's gonna be wrong with that?
Who is this? What the? Who did that?
That's entertainment.
Oh, dang. Or is this the person behind all of this? Dance until they set them on fire?
I shut the crew down for the day. Guys started dancing around me.
Do like construction while singing? I could see that.
Hey, how about omelets?
This
I've almost
is
got
the
that.
man that I plan to entangle.
She's just zoning him out.
Vengeance was my only trouble is
What?
I'll never tell.
Oh, there's just one thing that I'll never tell.
What's the thing? Oh no, I'm not feeling good about them.
Nothing to tell.
That's not true.
Norse.
She wheezes.
Say housework and he freezes. Got diseases from a Chumash tribe.
Some ordinary.
Like it's all just temporary.
God knows I'll never tell.
Dang, this is not a good sign. They're not even married yet.
They greedy. She
His
never.
eyes are beating.
This is my verse. Hello.
Look at me, I'm dancing crazy.
I like how Anya's just taking over. She's still the MVP of this episode, in my opinion. I so want to see the behind the scenes of this episode, man.
Rubies and your firm yet supple tight embrace.
He keeps like cleaning up the lyrics.
I'll never tell her that I'm petrified.
Maybe that's just what's going on.
I've tried.
It's worn and wrinkly that I look like David Brinkley.
David Brinkley, who's that?
Am I marrying a demon? We can ring
You are marrying a demon.
that I'll never tell.
That's interesting. In that shot, she looked into the camera, but he didn't.
Nightmare.
be
It's a
stopped.
plague.
Wasn't a feel-good song, but I actually like their song a lot.
Giles, you gotta stop it.
Well, I am looking into some leads.
Yeah, what do you think he's doing?
Asking you, please no. Right, it isn't fair. Parking anywhere.
Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing.
Why can't you
More
let it
musicals
out?
should be about unfair parking tickets. I love that little touch, I swear. This is a cool, like, tracking shot, too.
Spontaneously combusted. I've only seen the one. I was like,
Resist as long as you can, you three.
Pull her out of an untold hell dimension.
I'm helping her as much as I can.
Might not be enough. Yes, I've been waiting. I've been waiting.
Come to serenade me? Some damn funny things last 2 days.
It's gonna get better soon.
Chirago demon making like Yema sumac. That one will stay with.
Like who?
I remain immune, happy to say.
You are?
Drink?
Spike's immune? Why is Spike immune?
You just come to pump me for information.
What else would I want to pump you for? I just said that, didn't I?
A boy with a small talk. Don't know a thing.
Oh, he's hurt.
Glad you could stop by. It's nothing.
It's something.
I died
Okay.
so many
So much for being immune.
You can make me feel like I finally know. Ashamed of what you feel. I'm only dead to you. Let me rest in peace.
Okay, that's a good song.
Take my love and bury it. Let me rest in peace.
Buffy's reactions to this are very interesting.
Run, impress me be, and let me
I don't think she's unimpressed.
sleep.
Oh, dang.
Take my deep. I can lay my
Oh, dang. You're not supposed to hurt people. Spike, remember the rule.
Let me rest in peace.
I wonder how Buffy feels, right?
You're not staying then?
That was a good one from Spike. I was excited and I was not disappointed.
Math. It seemed cooler when we were singing about it.
Is she really gonna sing about math?
Do they know who summoned it?
Willow will find out.
I'm glad you guys made up.
What?
Fight you guys had about magic
Oh
and stuff.
no.
All your rumblings when you guys fight.
Oh no.
Thought about.
It's okay. You're so great together. I just hate it when you...
Is Tara gonna realize that her memory's been erased?
I'm still glad it's over.
Will you be okay for a little while?
Are alone in her locked house.
Dang it. And after the love song that they had earlier. Is that all stuff from the shop or just that one necklace? What power does that have?
Does anybody even know they care?
Oh my gosh. Those are freaky masks, man. This is a horror musical. This episode is it's so wild. It's so insane. Those eyes, look at those eyes. Are they gonna sing or just dance? The boss himself.
Why'd you run away?
Oh dang, you change colors. That's pretty cool.
Great big smile
Oh, what?
by your invocation. So what do you say?
It's like an evil genie a little bit.
Call me and I come. I know.
What's he gonna do though?
Hey, you're like a good demon?
No.
You bring in the fun?
No.
Too long, those hearts lay open. Some customers just like
Jeez.
the penalty. It will go to my kingdom.
I like the prosthetic on his face.
Will be my queen.
Oh dang, more outfit changes.
Does the Slayer?
The Slayer.
Oh dang.
Uh-huh.
Tell her everything. You the Slayer burn. What is all about?
I mean, he does seem like a demon who enjoys his job.
Precision and concentration as much as power.
Training montage from an 80s movie.
Could be worse.
I'm pretty spry for a corpse.
Spoken to Dawn about that incident at Halloween.
Oh, I thought you took care of that.
You should have talked to her, Buffy.
You're not ready for the world outside. Just can't hide.
It does feel like Buffy's been pretending this whole season.
I wish I could say the right. Take you by the hand in the way
I mean, I understand the need to write Giles out of the show, but
to take that call
I feel so bad for Tara.
when you should be standing tall.
That is cool, though.
But I'm standing in the way.
It's almost like because he's there, Buffy doesn't have to step up and do things, right?
Did you just say something?
No. And mind control. That is so dark.
You made me believe I love you so.
The Father.
It's such a beautiful duet with the two of them.
I could stay.
Don't tell me Tara's leaving the show, though, too, right?
Wish I could stay.
Looky what I found.
Tara.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to you.
Sing.
My master has the Slayer's sister hostage to the underworld to be his queen.
Boo, that's no singing. That's exposition.
Strong.
You just escape? Spike.
Be a real boy.
I'm not just gonna stay here.
Yes, we are.
Why?
He's going alone.
Really?
Don't be a stupid git. There is.
I never want your opinion.
A little.
That's harsh.
Forget them, Slayer. I got your back.
Thought you wanted me to stay away from you.
That was different, emotionally.
I hope you dance till you burn. You and the little bit.
He's so bitter.
You're really not coming. What do you expect me to do?
Your best.
He wants you to actually care, right?
I touch the fire and it freezes me. I want the fire back.
Yeah, time to get the fire back.
Walk through the fire, else can I turn?
That's your path.
Torch I bear is scorching.
Oh, Spike. So lovesick.
Hope she fries. I'm free of that bitch stuff.
Yeah, you don't mean that.
To help her out.
So quickly, that 180.
To the fire pole. She will never learn.
How do you beat a song demon, though, right?
Is my Slayer too far gone to care?
Now she still cares.
What if Buffy can't defeat it?
See it through, so we will walk.
Oh, well, now you guys change your mind? Okay, hopefully you're not too late.
I never can be told.
Everything is turning out so dark.
Yeah, that's this whole season, Tara.
I'll save her, then I'll kill her.
This line's mostly filler.
Dang, Willow just had an amazing lyric there.
The point of no return.
Oh, dang. It's such a cool shot, right? The whole Avengers squad and then the sirens behind them. Oh, it's such a great episode. Yeah, Showtime is right. Let's see.
I love a good entrance.
How are you with death scenes? You got a name?
I've got 100.
That's too many.
You take me to Hellsville in her place.
If I kill you,
Won't help.
that's gloomy.
That's life.
Isn't life a miraculous thing?
Life's a show, and we all play our part.
It's like a Shakespeare quote.
We open up our heart. Where there's life, there's hope. A gift, wishes can come true all day. To be like others. To fit in this glittering world.
That little dancing doesn't hurt either.
Friends don't know why I ignore.
Willow's reaction.
Family and friends, all the twists.
He's getting close to him, right?
There was no pain out of heaven.
Shoot.
I live in heaven. Give me something.
Sing about his death. Oh, no, it's too much.
Life's not a song, only can heal living.
That's some really good advice.
On living.
Hardest thing in this world.
Yeah.
Live in it.
Yeah. Poor Willow, she feels so terrible realizing what she did.
That was a show-stopping number.
It was.
Mrs. and I should be on our way.
I didn't summon anything.
And one of us, probably.
Sander?
What?
Thought there were gonna be dances and songs. Wanted to make sure we'd work out.
What?
Get a happy ending.
What?
I think everything worked out just fine.
Why would you do that? Bro.
Be your queen?
I think we'll waive that clause just this one.
All those secrets you've been concealing. Happy now, once more with feeling you home.
Hell. Dang, I thought they were gonna defeat him. I mean, I guess they kind of did, but...
Where do we go
They're still singing?
from here?
Oh, it's not over.
From here, sound of victory cheap from here.
Grab some pizza, that's where you go. Short term.
But we'll walk alone in fear.
Dang, it's so depressing.
Where do we go?
Bugger this.
Oh, Spike, when did you get self-conscious about it?
Hey,
Oh, dang.
You should go back inside.
And sing a little more.
I don't want to.
Be a parade. 76 bloody trombones.
Oh, come on, Spike.
Fluffy.
Oh, wow. Hey, what an ending. What an episode. Oh my gosh. That's got to be the most unique episode of the entire show. Wow. Wow. That. What can I even say about this episode? It's insane. It's so insane. I mean, it was an amazing episode. Really, really good. So innovative. The creativity behind this, I really would love to know more of the thought process and the planning for this whole season now, and how much of it revolved around this song, this musical episode, which if we just look at this episode isolated by itself, it's so different and unique and cool and refreshing and fun. There's a lot to like about the different songs, but what impressed me almost as much, if not more, is how connected it was to this entire season and to all the characters, kind of their inner struggles and to the secrets they've been hiding. Like, it felt like such a cornerstone of everything that's been building up for this entire season. And I love how, you know, this episode could have been very amusing and fun as kind of a one-off gimmick musical episode, and it was, but the fact that they were able to tie it in with so many important story beats, with so many central struggles of the characters, and just bring it home and also justify it in world why they were singing, which people who've watched, you know, my reactions know that I really appreciate that. And on top of that, kind of use this as an excuse for people to express their inner thoughts in a therapeutic way, the way characters in musicals do, but in real life don't. So many elements at work, and all of it executed in a masterful way that was engaging, that was funny, that was refreshing, that never got old. You know, like, easily you could take someone who's less talented and be like, we're going to have an episode of Buffy where everybody's singing the whole time. And it might be decent just because it's such an innovative idea, but you would get the shtick like 10-15 minutes in pretty quickly. But the order of the songs, the way they had the songs, the structure of the episode, everything flowed so well. This is definitely one of those episodes I'm going to rewatch, and I really just admire the directing of this episode as well. I'm pretty sure it was directed by Joss Whedon. I'm going to have to look at the credits again, but I just feel like it would be so easy to enjoy this episode. It's just enjoyable on the surface level. I feel like most Buffy fans will probably enjoy this just for the entertainment value, but I think there's a whole layer beneath that for just like how well crafted it is in almost every single aspect. I mean, I don't even know where to begin with this breakdown here. Like I said, first and foremost, I just have to praise the creativity of the show. Just the concept, whoever pitched this concept came up with this idea to have like a musical and all. I mean, who would have thought of that? That's so out of the box thinking, but it's also not just pointlessly random, especially with the way that they explain why this was going on. And I'm sure there's things that I missed that people can feel free to point out to me in the comments down below. I'm sure there's little touches with the directing and the camera work, the lyrics of the song. I'm sure I could look those up and appreciate even more things going on with the characters. So I apologize in advance for missing out on things and opening the invitation for people to fill in and break things down and contribute their analysis in a better way, a better, more thoughtful way than I'm going to right now. But I guess the closest episode I want to compare this to is the Jonathan episode, where he was controlling the universe, just for the humor and the randomness of it. But I feel like this episode, as much as I love that episode, is even better than that episode, because I just think it worked on so many levels. I really like Buffy's opening song and just her talking about, or singing about, I guess, how she's kind of going through the motions and she just doesn't have the passion and that feeling in it anymore, and she just isn't, you know, she's bad back from the dead, but she's not really back. And that's just something we've felt since she's returned, and we've seen all her friends notice that as well. And then obviously we just have different characters wrestling with each of their, you know, inner turmoils. We got Anya and Xander. I thought theirs was kind of a fun, amusing number, and I love the denial that both of them are in, which I think is pretty accurate. You know, I feel like that can go on in a marriage or even in a relationship, right, where two people are just ignoring all the problems, and maybe not even ignoring the problems as much as ignoring their fears about potentially what could be the problems. Because unless I'm wrong, I don't think Anya and Xander have any serious problems, but I think it is normal to have some anxiety about taking a big step in your life, taking a big step in your relationship. And I like how they're both too scared to say it, but they both do have some gripes and fears. I just think, as kind of unromantic as it is to hear people sing about that, as much as you just want to hear about the happily ever after, that is the reality of real relationships and real life. And even if those things aren't a reality, your fears that they might be are there, right? I like that song between them, but even more than that, I feel like I liked Anya's, the first time she broke out into song in the magic shop. That was just a highlight moment for me easily, where everyone's just singing the normal kind of musical, and then we cut to the rock music and the camera's turning different angles, and we have like dark background, like flashing lights, like we're at a rock concert or something. I really thought that was a great little tiny little touch for Anya's character, and as an introduction to kind of the premise of what is going on and why everyone is breaking into song. Willow and Tara had a great song, you know, a nice romantic song where Tara is just gushing, just like opening her heart up, telling Willow how much her love means to her. I'm surprised, like there were a few moments in the TV between the lyrics and some of the implications where I'm like, oh, okay, all right, we're getting away with this on TV here, okay. But that was funny. I mean, come on, you guys saw that too, right? I'm not the only one thinking some of those moments, right? But I thought that was a very touching song, and even as I like the song on its own, but I feel like it worked even stronger with where the episode went with the Tara and Willow storyline. And that's a huge reveal. Tara finding out. I like the way that Tara found out. It didn't feel forced. It felt like realistically I could see Dawn kind of making a comment like that and then Tara putting it together. And it was such a beautiful sequence. I mean, I'm kind of jumping all over the place. I apologize, but it was so great. I mean, it was so touching and heartbreaking seeing Tara and Giles both singing side by side about walking away from someone that they love. And, you know, Giles is very sad because, you know, I'm kind of sad on a meta level that Giles is leaving the show, so I understand why they're making his character feel like he doesn't have a role here, even though if that wasn't the case, would that make sense? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, it's not crazy. I'm more just griping about the fact that I'm going to miss Giles as a regular character returning for every episode. But Tara, man, like, I feel so bad for her. And you could just see, you know, to have that beautiful love song in the first act of the episode, and then later for Tara to just be looking at Willow, and the knowledge of the betrayal and the fact, like, how could you do this to me? It's just, my heart went out to her. It was a really kind of touching, sad moment there. We got a great song with Spike. That one definitely didn't disappoint. I like the rock sound of it. I like the anger that Spike has. Like, Spike is such a hopeless romantic. I feel like his character has been like that pretty much the entire show. Obviously, with Buffy, it's a special case, probably his strongest love. But I like the angst and kind of the anger about his feelings, you know, kind of the rage, just how he channels it, you know, like, leave me alone. And then I even like what they did with Dawn's song. I mean, Dawn started out singing, and I was thinking to myself, like, okay, we could see kind of things from Dawn's perspective. You know, she's a classic teenager, doesn't feel like people fully see her and understand her. But then to kind of keep your interest, it quickly turned to a kidnapping session. And I like that. It's just one of the many examples of this episode, like kind of reversing your expectations and doing something slightly differently to help you be engaged and not just leaning on the shtick of, see, everybody's singing. Isn't this so amusing? I mean, that was going on consistently. Don't get me wrong, but it never relied on that to hold your full attention. It had other things going on at the same time, which I thought was just masterfully done. I mean, even little touches, like I love the singing, the tragedy about the parking ticket. That's just like a little moment of humor. It's not connected to many things. It's showing, like, it has a purpose for storytelling, obviously, like showing all of Sunnydale be affected by what's going on as people are trying to go through about their lives. But it's also just a great little humorous touch that just worked so well in this type of episode. And the demon himself I thought was cool. You know, I like the henchmen kind of dancing around with Dawn. That felt so much like a stage number to me, the way the choreography was working, the way the villains were like dancing around, you know, a helpless heroine. I feel like I've seen that on stage, like movements like that. So they really captured that feeling in that scene. My favorite part about that was the reveal. Like when Dawn gets thrown aside, the camera like follows her, and then we just see like the red pant legs and the shoes, and just immediately you can tell it's the head honcho just from the outfit, from the contrast of the color, and then it pans up to reveal the guy. I mean, they showed him briefly when they were showing that one guy dance to death, but to me this is the official reveal of the big bad of this episode. So I thought that was really well done. I thought the costume change was cool from red to blue, and I like the design of his face. He looked to me not only like a creative kind of different design for a demon, but also he looked to me like a demon who would be a song and dance demon, if that makes sense. Like whoever was behind the design of his character, I thought did it very well. And then obviously, like I kind of touched on briefly, but tied in with Tara's song, but Giles' song is really dealing with the fact that he feels like he's in the way. It's almost like his presence, like doing things for Buffy, is providing a crutch for Buffy, and so she's not pushing herself to learn to walk on her own, which is an interesting angle for, you know, why Giles has to leave. I do appreciate the show going through some reasons for in-world why Giles would need to leave, and it's so sad that he feels like a failure and like he's trying to be this father figure, but he needs to distance himself from his daughter, essentially, for her to grow up and be the best version of herself. And connected to that, that's why Giles wants Buffy to go off on her own. You know, Spike storms off because he's, you know, lovesick and hurt, and it just led to a great kind of build up to the finale where we have Buffy marching to save Dawn, and then the rest of the Scoobies all following. I love that shot where they're all marching down the street and the ambulances and the fire truck like goes behind them. I thought that was a great shot, just felt very iconic. Then finally we have Buffy back, you know, in the place with Dawn, and we have some more singing, some more dancing, but so many things going on. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to cover everything. I like the part in the song where Buffy is singing about all these like kind of like life platitudes and like things you're supposed to do in life. But then finally, as like a gigantic reveal, possibly the biggest reveal this entire season, Buffy in her song, everyone, that she was taken out of heaven. And you just see the heartbreak on everyone's faces. I feel like Willow more than anyone else, which makes sense, right? She's the one who really was spearheading, you know, bringing Buffy back. Then we also get the reveal that Xander was the one who summoned the demon, which I still think is just insane. Like, what was your explanation, bro? Like, I hope you were doing drugs, because the idea that you would want to summon a demon for song and dance, see if your wedding was going to work out or some BS like that, just boggles the mind. I mean, Xander has made some questionable decisions before. This might take the cake. This might be the most questionable of anything that he's done, in my opinion. And then I really love the note, pun intended, that they leave this episode off of, which is like, where do we go from here? Because where do you go from here, right? I mean, so many things were just brought out into the light. So many things that have been hidden, have been repressed, have been kept inside by all the characters. And I love how Spike at a certain point just checks out. He's like, I'm done with this. Just gets sick of the song, starts walking away. I do have a slight question, like, why were they continuing to sing? Even after that demon had left, maybe I wasn't paying attention enough to the lore and the rules about the song. I don't really care because it was a cool stylistic way to wrap up the episode. Then Buffy meets him, and then we have a kiss between Buffy and Spike, which I mean, between the song, they've been leading up to it. I'm not shocked. I'm less shocked than when we were told that Spike was infatuated with Buffy with that kind of dream sequence. But I do feel like this episode just had so many huge moments with all the characters. It's like we've had this build up this entire season, and then just all the fireworks were saved for this episode. And I love that about it. I love how much was packed into this stylistic episode, and I really feel exactly what they said at the end of the episode. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? First of all, how do you top an episode like this? And there's so many things that I feel like need to be resolved that might not be able to be resolved. So I can't wait to watch the next episode for like 10 different reasons. I absolutely love this episode. I definitely understand why people were excited for me to react to this episode. This is one I'm going to be definitely watching again. I feel like it can be studied. I'm sure there's tons of things I missed, but it was such a great idea, so well executed, and brought to head so many things with so many different characters and weaved it all together in a seamless way. I mean, truly one of the best episodes, in my opinion, of the show so far. Absolutely loved it from start to finish. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. As always, the full and edited reaction is up on Patreon, along with future episodes of both Buffy and Angel. If you care to support the channel, thank you so much for watching. And as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.